Now it's time for Hot for Your House, sponsored by John's Waterproofing.
When it comes to home improvement, there are some OGs in the game out there that have been just driving this industry, and Surebonder is one of them. Brad, welcome to Around the House Northwest.
Thanks, Eric. Thanks for having us on.
Man, I love what you guys are doing with the hot glue melt and all your staplers and all the different things for fastening stuff, and you're right here in the great old USA.
That we are, right in Illinois.
So what got you guys started with this? Because that was, before my time even in this world.
So my grandpa started the business in 1968 out of a one-car garage, and now we're in a 50,000 square foot facility with 100 employees and 6 extruding lines, and we're cranking away millions of pounds of glue each year.
Man, and it is high-quality stuff. I've used it before and absolutely enjoyed it, and it's one of those things you get what you pay for versus getting some of the stuff that's the knockoffs on Amazon, man. I just love what you guys are doing.
Yeah, we take pride in product innovation. We listen to the customers out there, what their needs are. We try to incorporate it into our new technology.
Man, that is great. So what do you want to talk about today?
Well, I guess we'll start off with our Trigger Fire staple gun. This is one of our patented products. And what makes it unique is just like any old staple gun, you can squeeze the handle and set the staple. You turn this knob to trigger mode. It presets it. And if you're in an awkward position or if you're holding something or up on a ladder, sometimes it's awkward to staple. All you have to do is pull that trigger to set the staple.
That is awesome. In a tight space, maybe you're in between studs, you're trying to staple something up and you can't even get your hand in there. That fixes that. I've never seen that before. That's awesome.
Yep, something we came out with a couple years ago. It also has a couple features too, where it has an adjustable depth drive, so you can adjust the force if you're going into hardwood or softwood, or maybe sometimes you don't want to fully penetrate whatever you're stapling up, like a sheet of plastic or paper. It has a cool lock-away feature that keeps everything confined when you're putting it into your toolbox, and it's easy drop-in loading. No plunger to deal with, just simple, easy, innovative, and cool colors.
Yeah, that is awesome. And I love that because if you put it in the back of your tool belt or something, you're not fighting with that handle or stapling the side of your tool belt trying to get it back in there again.
Exactly.
And then, of course, you guys have just dominated the hot glue industry out there with the latest and greatest, and it seems like you guys are always 5 steps ahead of everybody else.
We're trying to. One of our newest products that we have is our cordless glue gun that is battery operated. We built it around the Ryobi platform because it's an inexpensive platform that offers, high quality. But if you're not a Ryobi person, we offer these adapters for DeWalt, Makita, Milwaukee, Rigid, Craftsman, and Bosch is the last.
Nice.
So it simply just clicks in, you slide your battery in, flip on the on switch, and you got a 60-watt cordless professional hot glue gun ready to go.
Man, that is great because sometimes those cords and extension cords and everything else are a fight, especially when you're on the job site working someplace.
Exactly, yeah. This gives you the freedom to go around, get up on the roof, go around the yard, in the garage, wherever you need to go.
Man, that is the easy button right there because, it seems with the plugs, it's never where you want it to be. You're out someplace or you're now trying to get the cord all the way out there, or even worse, you're trying to drag, like you said, the cord on the roof to do something or the second story.
Exactly.
That is great. And then you guys have so many different glues out there as well. I mean, that's what I love about it. And that's one of the things I think is the biggest misconception with the whole format of hot glue is there are so many low temp, high temp, construction adhesives, all the different things out there for every project. And there's a lot of different glues.
Yes. We have our general purpose is the most popular by far. A big misconception in the hot melt industry is it's kind of a temporary bond. It's not permanent. But we have over 25 unique formulas. And what we're showing here today is our 2 construction adhesives, our 1-minute and 3-minute open time hot melt glue sticks that are perfect for those hard to bond places. The longer open time gives you the ability to glue larger surfaces. When you're dealing with hot glue, you're gluing, it starts to cool, you're rushing, it could be sometimes a mess. This gives you 3 minutes of open time so that you can do long boards, you can do big surface areas on plywood if you're gluing things, in that side. But it just gives you the versatility, and the bond is permanent, it's strong, and it's way above and beyond what's typically out there.
Man, that is great. You're right, because depending on the weather and what your situation is, even if you're working inside just doing stair treads like I was last week, it's one of those things that I'm sitting there working on it, and I'm like, all right, this construction adhesive is going to take now, 6 hours to set up, and now I'm nailing it and using the construction adhesive just to hold it together so I can move on. That's the perfect piece for that.
Yep, the benefit of hot glue is within a couple minutes, that thing is dried, ready to go, strong, and there's no clamping, no waiting, none of that necessary.
Man, that is great. So where do people find out more information with you guys? Because I know you guys have such a depth of product out there. There's a lot of stuff out there that people don't even know exist.
Yeah, for the full catalog, we have everything on Surebonder.com. We have everything on Amazon. If you want to look at us at different retailers, we're in Lowe's, Menards, a couple products in Home Depot. And then we also have a whole craft division if that's what you're into. We sell to Michael's, Joann's, Hobby Lobby, Walmart, etc.
Yeah, it's amazing. I can't believe how many times I've seen in industrial applications like cabinet shops and things like that, your hot glue guns in the industrial world, because, yeah, it's actually that strong and it holds things together.
Yep. Yeah, we focus on corrugated carton sealing, product assembly, hair extension. I mean, there's so many different applications out there. So many different applications out there. So we have the formula for what you need, and if hot glue is a solution.
Thanks again, man. Guys, this is some great stuff. And if you're looking for the OG in hot glue, this is it. I wanted to see exactly how these worked. Let's see how they do. All right, guys, I wanted to try these things out for myself because Surebonder makes some great stuff. Let's start out with their 18-volt, 60-watt professional-grade glue gun. This is made for the construction job site, which I wanted to give it a shot. So we have a couple glue sticks to work with. We have 1 minute and 3 minute, which gives you a little bit of that working time when you're working on a project. Let's give this a shot and see what happens. I'm going to throw some glue on here. These 45 cuts are always the hardest to glue together. And what I think the best thing you can do with these is it's great before you put a finish nail in or something to be able to lock this in together. So I'm going to give this a minute. I'm going to get this nice and tight here, and then we're going to test it and try tearing it apart. See how well this thing does. I can already feel it starting to hold together. That quick works pretty good. Now I'm going to let this just go for another second or two. Yep, still warm. That's that 1 minute working time, right? So let's give this a second to see how well it holds after it cures. All right, now I'm going to see if I can get this to move. That is some of the strongest hot glue I've ever seen. That works well. Now I'm going to try putting it onto something flat here. I'm curious to see how well this works. I had a lot of leverage there, so I just want to see if I can actually pull this off of here. Get a lot of glue on there. Pretend we're going to hold this in place here. Now, I got a minute to make this hold. All right, let's see what I can do with this. That is not coming off there. That is no joke. That hot glue is the right thing to use around the job site. All right, this trigger fire stapler is a game changer when it comes to staplers. A couple cool features. One, I've got it where I can go plus or minus on this, depending on how deep I want to drive that staple. And they've got this trigger fire. Let me show you what this does. So I've set it to normal right here. I can just go through and do my normal staples, just like I was putting some plastic up on a wall. All right, one of my favorite features here is this trigger fire. So I turn it to that, I pull it down. You can see it actually loads this up, ready to go. It's great if you're in a tight spot. That staple is driven. Some great new products from Surebonder.